The aroma of the freshly baked bread filled the room, making my mouth water as I eagerly took a bite. But as soon as I did, I realized something was off. The bread squirmed in my mouth, wriggling like a living thing, and before I knew it, it had crawled its way out of my mouth and onto the table. My heart pounding with fear, I watched in horror as the bread began to multiply, each piece sprouting its own set of legs and eyes. They scurried across the table and onto the floor, filling the room with their disgusting, wriggling bodies. I tried to run, but the door was blocked by a wall of meat that had come to life. It oozed and pulsated, forming a grotesque mass that seemed to be watching me with a malevolent intent. I turned to the kitchen, hoping to find a weapon, but instead found the appliances had all come to life. The fridge had grown arms and legs, and was using them to pull out its contents and hurl them at me. The oven had transformed into a hideous creature, belching flames and reaching out with its twisted metal arms. I stumbled backwards, tripping over a writhing mass of spaghetti that had come to life. It wrapped itself around me, squeezing the air from my lungs and dragging me closer to the other living food. As I struggled to break free, I noticed that the walls themselves were pulsing and shifting, as if they were alive. The tiles were warping and twisting, forming grotesque faces that leered down at me. It was then that I realized that the food wasn't the only thing that had come to life. The very kitchen itself was alive, a writhing mass of organic matter that was hungry for my flesh. I screamed for help, but my cries were drowned out by the cacophony of the living kitchen. The sound of flesh slapping against flesh, metal screeching against metal, and the sickening squelch of food coming to life filled my ears. As the living kitchen closed in on me, I knew there was no escape. I was going to be devoured by the very food that I had once loved, consumed by the living nightmare that had overtaken my kitchen. And as the first tendrils of spaghetti wrapped themselves around my face, I knew that I was doomed to a fate worse than death. A fate of being digested alive, by the very food that I had once enjoyed. I hope you liked that story. If you did, please like and subscribe. I release a new story every day. If you have an idea for a story, leave it in the comments.